For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit.
Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio.
That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
Follow the Black College Sports Network and all of our shows on YouTube. You can find us at MyJBN Online and on all social media at MyBCSN1.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Some carriers will give you just one measly entertainment subscription. One is no fun. With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... 7 times the... No! 7 times the... Music, gaming, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and more. That's 7 times the entertainment! Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
What's happening? What's happening? Doing a little housekeeping. I want y'all to see I ain't cleaned up yet. What's cracking lacking, y'all? Today is the 24th of May, 2023. Welcome to Random Thoughts with DVP. Y'all know who I am. I'm the dude they call DVP, and I'm just here chilling with my super duper dope producer, Melly Mel, who just, she hanging in the back, doing her thing. So I was gonna do a monologue, but I figured why do a monologue? I took a nap, woke up, found out that the iconic, who we can't remember one song, Tina Turner, has passed away. So instead of doing a monologue, what I'm going to do today is play the most famous clip I know Tina Turner from. Since it's my show, we're gonna just do a Eat the Cake anime tribute to the great late Miss Tina Turner.
Of course, that's #1 in Europe, and it's moving up the charts here in the U.S. That's Tina Turner and River Deep. More of your favorites coming up, so stay right where you are.
Turn the music down. That's hey. Look, what y'all want?
They got a beer.
Hell no, they ain't got no beer, girl. Don't y'all want some breakfast?
No, not for me.
All right. How y'all feel?
I feel good. You should feel good when I get some.
Have you heard about Miss Turner? Mrs. Turner, that's a married woman you talk to, woman.
So when are you gonna make another single, Mrs. Turner?
Who knows, you know? There you go.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
All right, bye-bye.
Some bullshit, man. You're supposed to be celebrating. Now, come on, man. All right, celebrating, I guess. Like the Tina Turner review. Finna go on tour with the Rolling Stones. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate. Hey, can we get some of that cake? Matter of fact, bring that whole cake over here. Cake. Where's that cake? Come on, bring us some plates. Get rid of this. Let's see. Don't that look good? Come on, man.
I want to take.
Come on, just a piece.
Come on, Ike.
What's the matter, baby?
You high, you embarrassed.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be my see that white man has an open mouth. She sing all goddamn day long. I ask you, ain't gonna say nothing. Come on now, I'm asking you nice.
And I'm saying no nice. Ike, come on.
Come on. It's okay. Oh, see, you done lost some of
Leave it alone, Ike.
Come on. Come on, bitch. Get up. Come on. Get up.
Fuck you, Ike. Fuck you, Ike. I'm out of here. You ain't gotta hit me but once. It's all right. It's not all right to let the motherfucker pound on you. If you had any sense, you get out of here too.
You have any sense, you fuck out of here.
Kiss my ass. You a dead woman if you stay here.
And don't let me catch you around my house, either. Well, sit down and some cake, anyway. Fuck y'all looking at. I'll just mind your goddamn business. Hey, somebody come in here and clean this shit up, please. Damn, Frost, this cake good. Anime, come on. This cake real good. Anime, just take the cake, please.
And you know, I guess we should have gave y'all a warning. But, you know, that's one of them phrases that have been repeated by lots of people for different reasons. Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. That's right, Anime Bullock. She was the icon. I remember them long legs she had. I got in trouble one year for buying my mama a dress like she won one of her movies because my mama had long legs and she used to love Tina Turner. But I guess she didn't want a Tina Turner dress. So, you know, another one bites the dust. So that's my tribute to her. And today's show, we're gonna talk about some relationship stuff. We're gonna have a little fun because the next couple of weeks we're gonna have some serious stuff. Trent, did you come on here talking about my mama? Do y'all see this? How her legs didn't shrink. See, this is how violence started. We're gonna talk about some relationship stuff, some social media hypes, and how husbands get harassed in the middle of the show, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Who does that? Who does that? Just harass the host. But yeah, I've been looking at social media. Then I've been looking at real life, looking at social media, looking at real life, and it's amazing how social media has people who swear they keep it real, and maybe they are. Maybe this is where we are misjudging them, and we don't understand that they're keeping it real is a fantasy. Maybe that's how they keep it real, by denying the truth. I'm amazed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break while I go eat the cake because my wife is threatening me with violence. Y'all see it all here. It's all in print. And we're gonna be right back to talk about some of the social media hype and see where y'all stand with it. All right, we'll be right back. Y'all know how it is.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Standard protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
I miss all my friends in school.
Visit GetVaccineAnswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccine.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Can I get the now bar, please? $1. Have a good one. Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping-19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
Stillman College is an HBCU in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where we prepare students for a different world. Stillman is a college of distinction for last year and this year. Our largest majors are business and biology, followed closely by psychology, criminal justice, and history for pre-law, communications, English, and religion. Our newest degree programs are in the Department of Computational Sciences, which covers cybersecurity, data analytics, and math. The Biomedical Academy prepares students for competitive entry into health professions and graduate programs. We have established summer biomedical research internships with major research institutions, such as the University of Alabama, Drexel and Temple Universities in Philadelphia, the Salk Institute in San Diego, California, and the Universities of Florida, Indiana, and Iowa. We became creative with social distancing and masks for the pandemic. Our students enjoy movie nights at the stadium and the new Melissa and Davis Legacy Courtyard, where you can eat and enjoy friends. We have the Divine Nine Greek letter organizations, student government leadership, and ambassadors. Our small class sizes, nurturing faculty, and friendly environment let you know that Black Lives Matter at Stillman College each and every day. Applications are free. Sign up at discover.stillman.edu. Complete the contact card and apply today. Stillman College, where we prepare students for for a different world.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. So, as we talking about social media hype, one of the things that always amazes me, and it's funny at this point. It's the whole, what's up, Antoinette? What's up, Trinity Marie? Is the whole thing where men swear they know one man can answer for all men. One disgruntled dude can answer for all men. One disgruntled lady can answer for all women. It amazes me how we go through this and people want to swear by it. They either know the answer, they know what everybody like, or they even know what the standard is. And it's like, how? I'm so confused. And as you watch this, some people put their feet so deep in the sand that it's wet that it becomes quicksand, and they're slowly shrinking or being enveloped by it. They don't even realize, because they'll just double and triple down. Because every time when I see a man swear what other men like, they swear by it. Oh, and I ask them one simple question: how many men have you dated? Then they want to tell me what the facts and the polls say. And I'm like, dude, you got to be shitting me, right? I mean, and there's some things I like facts and polls for. And there are other times that facts and polls are just straight bullshit. Excuse me. When I did a poll for my friends on my personal pages, my show page, or in groups, I would say out of 5,000 people asked, only 2 had ever been asked to participate in a poll. So who is it that's taking these polls that you want to put your feet in the concrete on and stand by? All men want a woman with a big booty. All men want a woman who don't talk. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's just say that I'm a unicorn. Why would you want to be in a relationship, men or women, with somebody who doesn't talk? And if they talk too much, why are you in a relationship with them anyway then? I'm confused on how that works, because then it just seems like, as opposed to blaming them, you should look in the mirror and say, damn, I hate women that talk, but I just keep going back to them. So do you think that's what all guys do, or is it just your dumb ass? But if you've never dated a man, how do you know what they want? Is it something that you need to tell us? So I'm gonna just read y'all a quick post I did. And this is something that that I heard, and I just, wrote it because I wanted to see what people thought. And it was interesting, the women that answered, because most of them, I put it in several groups because I wanted to just see. And the women answered. And then for some reason, the dudes wanted to start answering when it was a post that was purely for women. All right. So let me just give you this quick scenario. Let me set this up for you. A woman meets a guy online on a dating site. He's 8 years older than her. He says he's a screenwriter. Waiting on his big break. He lives an hour away from you, and you guys agreed to meet halfway for dinner. All right? You start driving, you get halfway, then he tells you he does not have a car. But since you already on the way, hour drive ain't a lot for some of y'all. You go to pick him up. So once you get to his house, you can't go in his house because the people that he lives with don't like for him to have company. He says that he sleeps on the sofa. Stay with me now. So all this, y'all go to dinner because you got to go to the bathroom. So you got to stop somewhere to go use the bathroom. Y'all go to dinner. His card is declined. He says it's a bank issue. He calls them on and they say they're going to fix it whenever, yada, 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 BS. And so you pay. He said he going to pay you back when the bank get his account straight, and straight with an SK, because I ain't even finna say straight. So after all this, y'all decide to go to a hotel after dinner. Y'all do. His card is declined again. And again, the woman decides to pay. Remember, He's going to pay you back once everything gets straightened out. According to you, y'all have intense sex. I ain't sure what it means. Trina tried to explain it to me. I still didn't get it. Surprise. You still have not heard from him in weeks and you can't figure out why. So, I gave the ladies that scenario that I heard from the Steve Harvey show. And I broke it down into those 9 steps. And I asked the ladies, when is enough and you say hell no? Or do y'all still go for struggle love and the gainfully unemployed, as I talked about 2 weeks ago in the 21st century? Because Trina had made a post about why black women are ashamed for not going through struggle love. So out of the multitude of women in different groups that were answering, most stopped at one. A lot of them said they don't date guys 8 years older than them. Let them have that. Then there was a whole nother group that stopped at 2. They don't, a dude 8 years old that's a screenwriter waiting on his big break, that was a hell no for them, being 8 year older screenwriter. Another whole group stopped at 3 because they're not driving an hour. Some say that in mind because, you know, hell, even in the city, you can be an hour away. The bulk of them stopped at 4. Once they found out he didn't have a car. But hey, they're already driving, they want to eat. They want to go on and see the day through. They're soldiers. But once you get to his house and he tell you he's sleeping on the sofa, you can't use the bathroom, that's where pretty much every single woman stopped. A couple went on ahead, and it was like, once his car got declined, that was it. Nobody went to the hotel. I'm sorry, one woman went to the hotel. So out of the multitude of people, there was only one woman who went to the hotel. So, you know, I'm listening because this is a question in my mind for women to ask, because I want to know, when is enough enough? And of course, here comes some guy who says, oh, they would all change their mind if he was 6'3". And I'm like, dude, where'd you get this from? Well, all women love a tall man. So, Melody, Antoinette, Trina, will y'all only date men who are over 6 feet tall? Robert, have you ever heard any such foolishness? Have you been turned down by a woman back when you were single, way back in the day, who told you that you were not tall enough? Remember anything like that? And I'm just trying to figure out, how do we come up with this foolishness and try to make it be what's real? Because according to stats, less than 15% of men in America are over 6 feet tall. I want to say less than 4% are over 6'2". So why is it that men have this crazy concept that women will only date men who are over 6 feet tall? I have dated women who were actually taller than me. And I was telling Trina, I only had one girl who said something about my height, and crazily enough, she told me I wasn't tall enough, but she was only 5'1", which to me was hilarious. But that's what she said. So, Trina, Melody, Antoinette, have y'all ever put in a 6 foot requirement for dudes? Because I'm gonna say y'all are typical women. Antoinette a little strange, Melody's a little strange, Trina's a little strange. So to me, that's the norm, that every woman, every person is a little strange. Have y'all ever had a height requirement for a man? In honesty, ladies, would you even date a guy who's shorter than you? Or is that an automatic no, his height? We won't even qualify the 60. Okay, Mel says she like I'm short, but she get laughed at when she say that. Oh, I ain't even laughing. How tall are you, Mel? So this is where we at. But and this one guy in particular said this, but I've seen it said by quite a few guys that women love tall men. And if we look at the NBA, who is full of tall men, I'm confused. And if we were to reach out into our real world, to the people that we know that are married, how many married men do you know that are over 6 feet, much less 6'2"? because most of them ain't there. And I actually know 3 tall couples, like really tall, where the woman is probably in the 6 feet 6'2" neighborhood. But they again are not the norm. So when this comes up and I see it on social media where we try to, cause ladies again, have y'all turned the guy down for being too short? Have y'all turned the guy down for being too tall? I'm trying to see something because I'm a little confused. We'll stick with that. I'm a little confused. Yeah, y'all. Okay, real tall men are intriguing, like midgets, but I'm sorry, dwarfs. Let me not get in trouble. Let me not get in trouble. So when did guys start being the predictors of what you will date and what you won't do? In the same context where I see women who love to say that men want these Instagram models, men want these girls with the BBLs, men want these girls with crazy fake bodies, and I actually see more guys complaining about they want a more natural woman. So it's like, is it somebody that you want or you're fantasizing about who fits this and you're trying to make it be everybody's fantasy? I'm just confused on the social media hype that doesn't transfer over to in real life. Because as you ask people, and I tend to do polls with people that I can reach out and ask questions to, those of y'all whose phone number I got an inbox, y'all know I'm quick to ask y'all questions when I have a serious curiosity, because I want to see what my real people say. Because I ain't never been called for Newsweek, I've never done a real poll. The census don't count. And most of the people I know haven't. So when we get into this, how do we get to these crazy narratives? Trina says it's a drool over them that convinces everybody. Women drool over tall men, men drool over Instagram models. And in that base narrative, I kind of get it. As me and Trina talked about, yeah, guys go to the strip club. And there's a body type at most strip clubs. Does that mean that that's what they want? Or does it mean that that's just what they want to hit it and quit it? And there's a difference, because the older we tend to get, the less physical matters to a man. We still want certain things, but we don't want the same. When men and women, boys and girls are in their 20s, everything is, not everything, y'all know how we talk. Generally, everything is physical and chemistry. You know, we all there. Everybody's going through their hormones, raging and sex. As you get older and your hormones calm down, you start looking for a few other things. And Trina says, we hear what y'all say that y'all want natural, but we see what y'all gawk at. And again, who? Is it certain guys that wouldn't appeal to you that gawk at them? Or is it the error? The error. Young guys look at one something. Oh no, I wasn't taking it personal. Stop playing. One guys take it personal. Some women take it personal. But what is truly you? Because, yeah, I've seen. Again, I've seen the bodies that were made. But when we look at the natural beauties over the decades, who's been getting the pull? You know, for you older people, it was Holly Berry. It was some of y'all, it was Robin Gibbons. Some of y'all, whoever it's been, which one of these women that have been iconic have had these big old butts? What sex symbol in the past, and we ain't talking about Cardi B, yeah, because she only appeal to a certain age range. Who are these women that were iconic, that had these bodies? What men what men were overly tall that were getting all this love in real life. I mean, what Tom Cruise is 5'6" or something. I think Obama. How tall is Obama? Right. Well, no, I'm saying Cardi B would be for the ones that love the oversized body parts. How many grown men were really fiending over her? Yeah, I guess is my question. Whatever. But well, maybe Serena. Everybody likes Serena's thickness. So we're there so we can come up with Serena, but Serena was never a sex symbol. Well, maybe she was, because I know there's a lot of guys going crazy over Serena. But where does this social media hype come from? And if you know this is what the person that you're looking at is looking for, then why are you with them? Why would I be with a woman who is looking for a guy who is 6'10" for her to keep reminding me that I'm short? Why would Trina be with a guy who is looking at a woman with oversized body parts if she knew that that's what he was crazy about? I mean, at some points it seems like you're setting yourself up for failure if you know that this is what this person does. So when we looked again at social media hype and they saying this is what's so desired, and let's just take Serena for example. How many black guys was looking to Serena for marriage, or were they just looking to hit it and quit it? Janet got a thickness about her, and black guys are looking to hit it and quit it. So when we start talking about being long-term and in committed relationships or whatever type of relationship these people want, what are they looking for then? What are they looking for? Is everything still the same? Is everything still created equal once we look at it like that? Because if we're saying this is the natural order of things, and I'm gonna use Trina Male because I know they're here. I ain't seen Antoinette typing it in a minute. Trina Male, have y'all ever been turned away because y'all booty wasn't big enough? Any guy ever voiced that complaint? Mel already said she like 5'10" and below guys, so, and she still ain't told me how tall she is. And that's gonna be the interesting. Mel, how tall are you? I'm so confused. How can I ask that question when I don't control my own images? What is that? What was that, Mel? So yeah, I can't be turned. But I'm just saying, and I'm saying, when you were in a relationship, Trina, when you were in a relationship, has a guy ever told you, or in the conversation of him picking you up, has he ever said you would be cute if you had a BBL? You would be cute if your butt was bigger. You would be, has he ever have you ever heard that in conversation? And I'm just trying to figure out, how did this become the norm? And you see guys like, oh no, that's what I like. Again, and that's my point. That's what you like. There's a certain thing that I like, but I can't say it's what most men like. I know I have heard dudes tell me that they like ugly women. I have heard dudes tell me this. That's what they like, because they figure it's less competition. I've heard a lot of different things from a lot of different people, men and women both. So there is no universal standard that everybody's going to go for. And Trina, you know men are stupid enough to say a lot of shit. Listening to the stories that women have told me, all the times that men have talked themselves out of sex because they say stupid shit. That's just what we do. Especially, I think, that picture you posted, I think there's a sex gene that goes off in their head, and for some of them, the switch goes to shut up. The other ones, the switch don't go over to shut up, so they keep talking out of nervousness, and they say shit that get them put out. They get shit that gets them to the no factor. And men who want to overemphasize something. And this is my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. This is my opinion. I think men try to say certain things about women. We want the big booties. We want the triple G breasts. We want this. We want that. To me, to try to get you to succumb to them and be more submissive because you don't fit that. Well, since you don't fit that, you should bow down a little bit more because you know you're not my type. I usually like this. And so they want to make you feel special, that they broke the mold for you. So they want to tell you things that will make you feel special and give them a little bit more. I know I ain't this type. So because of this, yada, 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 I'm going to do this. I think it's manipulation. No different than with women. If a woman told me you're cute, but I normally date guys 6'2" and up, but I'll make an exception for you because you're cute, I'm like, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Because I ain't going to grow no more. So I think it's a manipulation technique. And when I see it, I always go that route. Because guys will say a lot of things. I look at, and I ain't on Mel's page a lot, but I look at Trina Marie's page and I look at the number of guys, and it's a couple other women who I watch, where guys are always trying to shame them for whatever reason. And Trina has told a couple of stories where guys were talking trash, and next thing you know, they end up in her inbox. Well, damn, a minute ago she was this, and that. She was everything but a cutie, but you're in her inbox now. Why are you in her inbox? Why are you in the inbox? You done said she look like a man. You done said she'll be single forever. You done said she got an effed up attitude. But now here you are in her inbox. And that's why I think it's a mental manipulation type of thing where they want to control you. And that's the host opinion. No more than when a woman says something. I don't date guys with beards, but you know, I like yours. Yeah. I don't make no exceptions for me because I don't want you to be under that kind of stress. Because Lord knows I ain't gonna be under that. As me and my super duper dope producer were talking about prior to the show, we're gonna be politically correct, but you're gonna learn our politics. We're not gonna be Republicans or Democrats. We're gonna be part of the I don't give a fuck political party. So when you're doing this, when guys and girls do this and they get into this debate constantly, you know, so much so that there are times I just log off Facebook or go to my fun pages where people don't have these dumbass debates about what everybody wants or what most people want. It's insanity. It's disingenuous. It's demeaning, I believe. Because Mel has a basic type, and I'm sure it ain't etched in stone. Trina has a basic type. I'm sure it's not etched in stone. I have a basic type that's not etched in stone. So where are these coming from if we know real people? Because a lot of the things that I talk about are things that I've seen as I post to a wide range of people to get various opinions. And, you know, when I'm out in the public and I have to work, there are times I just stop total strangers and start asking them questions because I'm trying to figure out, hey, in the real world, you know, I met a guy at one of my jobs, 6'3". Hey, let me ask you a question, player. You're a tall dude. I hear y'all get all the women. He's looked at me and started laughing. And he said something almost akin to what Trina said. People look at them as a novelty and don't take them serious because they are so tall. But does it get him extra dates? Does a tall woman get extra dates because she's tall? The tall woman, I understand why she wants to date a taller man. But I've dated women who are taller than me. That's not high up on a lot of them lists unless they're exceptionally tall. The exceptionally tall women usually date basketball players, but they're in a crowd of people who are tall like them so that they don't feel abnormal. But tall basketball playing men don't typically date basketball women. Because, as we were saying, look at Shaq. Look at the women Shaq dated. Hell, most of them was barely passing 5 feet. And Shaq is 7 feet tall. Do you remember which one of them had the big old booty? Nope. The chick from the show, Hoops, didn't have a big old booty. His wife didn't have a big old booty. So who is it, if we look at it in real life, that does this? I'm in a couple of marriage groups. Who is it that's fitting this description as we pass on, as we keeping it real, as we keeping it 100? Oh, this is what I see. Where do you see it? And how often do you see it? That you'll make it be factual? Or are you just saying it's none and this is your reasoning? Women won't give you none because you're not tall enough. Women won't give you none because you don't do this, or that. Maybe you just ain't shit. Ladies, maybe y'all just ain't shit. Maybe that's why you ain't getting a date. So why is it we gotta put everything on physicality? I'm just wondering. So I'm just wondering, when did that become the end all, the be all? The black lady who is queen, how tall is Harry? And does Meghan have a big old booty? I mean, I can't tell in all them dresses she wears. It don't like she got one. She looks smallish to me. Did Mary J have a big booty? Trent, I know you're a Mary J fan. Does Mary J have a big booty? So what are these standards that we're using? Because even by Hollywood standards, they're not true. So how do we get there? And why do we even engage in this? What's the point other than trying to bring us down? As me and my super dope producer were talking about, I think this is our form of mental slavery, where when we can't get what we want, we start trying to break. We start trying to buck break what we can get, so we can get it to a submissive state. We want to buck break you. I think that's one of those, and it's crazy how we can have so many post-traumatic slave disorders when none of us are slaves, but we can't farm, we can't plant, we can't grow shit. So the shit we got from slavery, we got nothing productive from it. We just got the worst of it. We didn't get none of the skills, none of that transferred over, which I think is hilarious. So as we do that, like I said, I'm confused, and we talk about this and this and this, and it's BS. So I would say, can we just leave those conversations? Make your point, go away. Ask them to back up the stats. Do your own research. So, and go from there. We're getting ready to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back and talk about some of the different types of standards that remain true amongst us and why we stick to some of them. So give us a couple of minutes, and you know what we're going to do. We're going to be right back, y'all.
This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app, available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service with Slow Burn. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. It's more than a mobile lounge. It's an environment and an experience rich in history, luxury, and personality. An elegant extension of any celebration occasion. It's the perfect escape and meeting place, a space where you can relax or enjoy a shared passion. Have Slow Burn plan your next big event, or before you are planning to celebrate your win over your athletic rival, you can shop our collections at www.slowburnwaco.com.
But if they want to tab, I'ma do the dab, yeah.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit.
Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio.
That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds.
You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
Whoa, I just popped back up just like that. How'd that happen? I didn't even get a countdown. Whew. It's trying to catch me slip. I could have been digging in my nose or something. Check this out. I'm trying to figure, and we was on the break, not this last one, and we were talking about the slave mine. And I've had this conversation with Mel. I had this conversation with Trina. I've had it ad nauseum with people in general who swear this is like slavery. And, you know, to me, it's disrespectful to slaves because we ain't got nothing like that. We get paid. We can call in sick. There's so many things we can do. Most of the abuses, a lot of the abuses that we suffer are self-inflicted because we racially don't care about each other, much less other people. You know, we always want to team up against somebody, but we only want to team up when it's my cause. We don't want to team up against each other. And this bothers me, the way we will infiltrate our own neighborhoods in the name of we got to stick together, only to see one of us tear it down and then preach solidarity or no snitching. And, you know, I've gotten in trouble a couple of times, which is comical to me. Because there are times I'm on Facebook, and me being who I am defensive. I am overly defensive of women. I am overly defensive of men who disrespect women, whether it's on social media, whether it's in person. I'm just offended by that easily, especially on her page or on her area. Now, with that being said, I'm still offended by if a woman goes to a man's page and he says something out of pocket. But I do realize the reality of it. She is on his page being disrespectful. On your page, you can do what you want to do. So if I see a guy come to Trina's page or Mel's page on there and they saying something disrespectful, as they often do, I will interject. And I think it's hilarious, especially in Trina's case, when people, ignoramuses, always want to call, you know, simping or playing Captain Saberhole, or you trying to get the inbox. And I just want to say, dude, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? You know, okay, I'm going to give you. You never know who is who. That should be the general mantra for everything. That's why we learn to be careful what we say, because you don't know who knows somebody, you don't know who is who. But why is it that any man who is seen as defending a woman got to be a simp? It could be his woman, because you simple asses don't know nothing, and you make crazy assumptions. I look at Trina's page. Her page says that she's married. So, and it's Facebook, it's social media. People can lie and say anything. Hell, I know people who ain't married who got it. I know people who, your relationship status is what it is. But how do we make such uninformed decisions and try to make them factual and then try to beat somebody down, and if somebody comes up, oh, you doing this, you simping, you doing this. And this is mostly a man thing. Why don't you feel it the right thing to be protective of our black women? Especially when I can go through your page and see where you call them queens and you love them, and you know we wouldn't be nowhere without them. But then I can catch you slipping and calling one out her name simply because she disagrees with you and your rhetoric. No intelligent dialogue, no reason for disagreeing other than you want her to believe what you say, even when she can prove what you're saying is wrong or bogus. But you ain't trying to hear that. So now they got to be everything again but a child of God. And if a man comes in and steps to them, initially they may ignore the man, as usually happens on her page. Then they'll finally say something, and then we come with these names because we are so self-destructive. Now, see on my page, because I know quite a few people. I know white people. I have white people who follow me. I know I got white people on my phone. I got judges at my phone. So yes, I can ask white people. I had a white attorney on the show who said there are a lot of things in the white world that are exactly the same in the black world. He's a white attorney. And he said, you'll be amazed how many white attorneys don't have life insurance. It's not a black issue, D. It's a people issue. Most people don't want to talk about death. It ain't a black thing. It's a people thing. But see, when we don't talk to other people, we don't talk to other sexes, other races, we don't know shit. We assume that people are better than us. We give them full faith and credit for things we know nothing about. See, in real life, people are fucked up. It ain't a black or white thing in real life. In real life, no race will be successful without the woman. None. Men ain't gonna never be able to procreate on their own. I'm sure if we disappeared, given enough time, it ain't gonna happen now because of global warming and all kind of stuff. Women could find a way to procreate. They could find a way to pull sperm out. See, they don't need a living being. They just need sperm to reproduce. I'm sure that the technique is somewhere. Trina, you're gonna get into medicine. How hard would it be to get sperm from a male? Does it have to involve sex? I mean, we already know they got sperm banks, so there's plenty of sperm out there if we were to become extinct. Where are they gonna put these eggs that are out there if women go away? So why wouldn't we defend women? Why wouldn't we? Why does it matter if I'm sleeping with male, thinks male is cute, or even hate male? If somebody's being disrespectful to her, it is my job. It's my job. It's my responsibility. Because remember that y'all claim to be kings. I don't claim that. But y'all claim to be kings. But the first thing you want to do is throw your own up under the bus. The second thing you want to do is tell people what they would do if it was somebody white. Like you know what they would do if it's somebody white. Because I'm confused. Because I ain't the only one that asks white people for discounts. I'm pretty sure that. I ain't the only one that won't pay for overpriced merchandise. Just because you're black. we are self-destructive. We try to trick everybody into believing what we want them to believe, and then when they don't, we're upset with them. When they don't, we want to call them out. We want to make them the enemy, as opposed to being accountable and responsible for what it is we're talking about. See, I've made posts on my page, and generally I just make the post and then I let people talk. And then I'll look at what the numbers say. I look at how the conversation goes. I generally won't comment because I don't want people to say what I want them to say or say what they think I want to hear based on what I say. I just post it and then later on I do a show about it because I see how people are talking. You can see or feel some of the innuendo. You can see the directness of some of the conversations. If y'all ain't a part of Random Thoughts with DVP, the page, that's where y'all should go. There's lots of conversations going on. There are times when I make a post and you can see people who are so empathetic that they don't just have sarcasm and hate for people. They actually try to help people who got some problems. Sometimes they tell people it's time to go. Sometimes they tell people they need to straighten their life up. It has nothing to do with me. I'm watching them. But when it comes to us as a race, we like to bring each other down and say what the white man would do or the white girl would do. Where do we get this information from? Because unless you've dated white, you don't know what they do. Now, there are some things that I'm totally ignorant of because I'm biased, not racist, but I'm biased. I will only seriously date a black woman. That's my choice. One of the women I was talking to said she will only seriously date men of color. It's a choice. Doesn't make us racist. It means we have standards and we have preferences and priorities. But I'm willing to bet we can both acknowledge when we see a good-looking person who is not of color. Your blindness doesn't have to affect your vision. You just know what you want. I've seen pretty cakes that I would never eat because I like chocolate. I like caramel. I've seen pretty looking red velvet cakes, but I'm not gonna eat a red velvet cake. It's just not gonna happen. I tasted one time. I'm just not that dude. I'm not that adventurous anymore. Why is it that we feel it's okay to be disrespectful to women and then disrespectful to the men that support these women? We disrespectful as hell to Russell about Sierra. He's simping. That's his wife. If a man is going to do something nice for somebody, who in the hell should he do it for? If a woman is going to submit, who in the hell should she do it for? If she's gonna be submissive, wouldn't it make more sense to be submissive to her husband or somebody that is in the running to be her husband? But if they submit to their husband, then they are named. If a man submits to his wife or does nice things for his wife, he's a simp, he's this, he's whoop, whatever. Is it a wonder why we have such relationship problems? Because nobody wants to be genuinely in love. You want to have controlled love, where you ain't gonna do nothing out of the norm. See, social media will have you believing that love is a series of controlling factors, when anybody who has truly ever been in love will tell you there's certain things that are 100% true about love. Love makes you do stupid shit. Love makes you make crazy ass decisions. But it's a fun ass thing to be in until it ain't. Who has been in love, true love, and they done some shit like, what the hell was I thinking? What the hell was I thinking? I can't believe I did that. That's how you know you're in love, or you're stupid, one or two. And sometimes they're equivalent. But you do shit that you would normally do for the person that you love. I listen to some of you kings who y'all only defending your woman. Well, how does your kingdom grow then? Because the other kings out there, the other princes, the soldiers and whatever, they only gonna defend their woman too. So when you ain't around your woman, which you can't be all the time, you should be worried. Because if a bunch of men have the same attitude that you guys have, then our women are truly unprotected. Damn, they're unprotected anyway. What is the biggest threat to the black woman in America? In real life, it ain't white Christian nationalists. It's black men. It's black men. And why? Because Trina, because Mel, because Antoinette, because so many women keep giving us chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. It's because so many women try to work with us when we're down, when we ain't at our tip-top best, because in real life, they've been brainwashed. They should give a brother a chance. As they get older, the brainwashing wears off. Then they get shamed for not giving a brother a chance. Well, the older you get, the less chances they should give you. You should have something coming to the table. Something other than facial hair and a penis. They can get that damn near anywhere. But social media will have you believe that the man of your dreams is going to be broken and downtrodden and bitter and in need of therapy. But when you come in and you hug him tightly and you stand beside him and you give him some and give him some and give him some and don't talk back to him, don't threaten him, don't challenge him, just do whatever he says and give into him, that he is going to become the next multi-billionaire. You just might have to wait 42 years while he gets himself together, while he has therapy sessions, while he finds his way, while he sows his wild oats, while he talks about you, while he doesn't defend you, while he abuses you, while he misuses you. But these are things that you should be prepared for, because you know every day that the black man hit the streets is a hard life. Because he got so many obstacles he got to overcome every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been a black man, 57 years? Consecutive. Grew up in the hood. I can't tell you that every week has been a struggle for me as a black man. I'm trying to figure out where these black men live, that every day they go out, they worried about something. And they so worried and they want you to understand their plight, they become abusive to you. That makes no sense. At some point, wouldn't it hit you that if I'm going through this, I ain't gonna make nobody else go through it? Segue. These same black men grew up with their mother and only their mother, because their father was too busy trying to find a place to stay, because he didn't have one in the beginning. So he let welfare kick him out the house, his house that he never had. So now everything is on her. So a lot of these men grew up with a single mother who did the very best she could, but some of them it wasn't good enough. So you blame every black woman for that. You blame every single mother for that. But look at you, all pretty and fucking stupid. That single black mom got you to your adulthood. See, somehow or another, she found a way to get you fed. Somehow or another, she found a way to keep shelter over your head. It might not have been a 5-star hotel or restaurant that you were dwelling in, but she got you here. So now, for all her positive efforts, you hate black women. You discredit them. You want to talk bad about single mothers when it was a single mother who got you here, but you don't hate your father. I'm not saying you should hate anybody. How do you hate the one who was there? and you worship the one who left you. See, I did another poll. Most black women do not have restraining orders against their child's father. Most of the black women I interviewed did not have their child's father arrested for crimes that he committed, including assault, slapping, pushing, whatever. He left on his own. He stayed gone on his own. I mentor young boys. This last group there was a kid, I won't say his name. He's 13. I talked to him, I talked to his mother. His mother said his issue is he's mad at her. He constantly says he wants to go to New York and live with his father. She is okay with that, except she cannot get the father to either call, return a call, or stay consistently in their son's life. So it is hurtful to her to hear him say that he wants to go live with his father, who does not want to be a part of his life. So he's one of my personal projects that I take special interest in. So we had a talk the other day, and I asked him, young fella, how do you feel about your mother? And he said, Mr. Bell, I love my mom. I said, do you really love your mom? He said, yeah. He said, she's great. I love my mom. I said, so why is it that you want to go stay with your dad? He said, I just want to have a man in my life. He said, and it's crazy that I want my dad because he don't even want to talk to me. I ain't talked to my dad in 3 years. Are we so mentally corrupted that a young black boy of 13 would rather somebody has put in his head that he needs his father, the man who won't speak to him, who won't call him, who won't wish him happy birthday, who won't send him a card, who won't do shit. But for some reason, this little boy is convinced that he should go live with this man. And what would happen if the mother went out and made that happen by hook or crook? This little boy, who is mannerable, respectful, would lose all of that, in my humble opinion, because you got a man who he calls father that don't give a shit about him, don't call to check on him. Of course, he don't send no money. So what is this little boy gonna learn? What is this little boy in his formulative years, as he's embracing manhood, gonna learn how to treat women? So we had a nice long talk about this, and he looked at me, and he had a little tear in his eye, and he said, Mr. Bill, I never thought about it like that. I'm being disrespectful to my mother, ain't I? I said, yeah. I said, now don't get it twisted. If you really want to leave because she not treating you right, tell me that and we'll work on that. He said, no, Mr. Bell, she treat me great. Most of the things that go wrong are me. It's my choices. And I was just like, why is it, as opposed to getting him to see the light, I just rather he just say he don't want to be with his mama, because mothers are doing so much damage. She working 2 jobs to try to make sure he got things that she probably can't afford. This is that mentality in real life that keeps us back, keeps us down, because we don't teach these young black boys to respect young black girls who will eventually become young black women. This is what social media does. It teaches these boys to be disrespectful. It teaches these boys that if they had a man in their life could be different, when in real life. And don't get me wrong, I know the police do what the police do. But if we're being honest, again, and honesty is all I'm asking for in this conversation. Sometimes we make bad decisions and we get called out for it. Don't worry about what's happening with everybody else. Let's just worry about you right now. Accountability and responsibility. If you make a bad decision, hey, you made a bad decision. When are you going to own up to that portion of your life? That's it. I made a bad decision. And that's why this shit is happening to me. Not, man, they picking on me. Who picking on you? The system. This, the that. But social media will have you believing that single mothers are the problem. Most mothers didn't volunteer to be single. Most mothers didn't say, yo, when I had this baby, once you get me pregnant, player, you can go on about your business. I don't really need you no more. I asked the guys, hey, fellas, since y'all keep saying this, give me somebody who told you that. Have I heard it? No. I have heard women say other crazy shit, but I ain't heard that one. I haven't heard that one. We're gonna take a quick break. It's 7:10. So we're gonna take a quick break and go into something else. All right. Let's do what we do when we do what we do.
Follow the Black College Sports Network and all of our shows on YouTube. You can find us at MyJBN Online and on all social media at MyBCSN1.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Some carriers will give you just one measly entertainment subscription. One is no fun. With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... 7 times the... No! 7 times the... Music, gaming, Disney+, Hulu, ESPN+, and more. That's 7 times the entertainment! Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So check this out. In real life, you know what I want y'all to start thinking about? In real life, won't you pick somebody who like you? You'll have fewer problems. I mean, I want you to like them too. But a lot of times I'm seeing men and women both, the delusional ones, want somebody that don't want them. You know, I told a story before about, you know, a couple of guys called me about women using them for their money. And how does she know you got money unless you flash the money? How do they know? But when they tell you that you're not their type, and you keep offering to take a woman places she ain't never been and do things she ain't never done, and she done told you you're not her type, but you keep making these offers, and she decides to take you up on your offers because you offer to take her places. She already telling you she ain't feeling you, ain't nothing gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen, that ain't gonna happen. Oh, but you gonna change her mind. So she lets you spend your money, and damn, go figure, she knows herself. She ain't changed her mind. Oh, now she's a gold digger. How is she a gold digger? When you were stupid. Ladies, if you know he ain't feeling you, sex ain't gonna make him change his mind. It's just gonna make him drop his drawers. It ain't gonna make him change his mind about wanting you to be in a long-term relationship with you. So how can a man use you for your body when he's told you that he doesn't want you, the person, but yeah, he wants your naked body? It ain't him who's abusing you, it's you abusing yourself. You can find somebody that you like who likes you. If we keep engaging in these one-way relationships and then being mad at the whole opposite sex because you keep making bad decisions that you don't want to be held accountable or responsible for, that's only one person's fault. As much as we talk about this whole math thing that y'all suck at, the common denominator is your ass. If you stop making bad decisions, men, women, then you will quit making bad decisions. Then you can make some better decisions. It might not be what you want. You might not be able to get Serena and keep her, but you can get a woman that likes you, maybe loves you, and maybe you'll like her and love her, and maybe y'all should start there. Maybe y'all should start there and make life just a little bit easier. Why is it that we are into something that we can't have or don't deserve? Man says, don't no man want no woman who got kids. Well, damn. Stats say otherwise. Not polls. Statistics say otherwise. There are a lot of blended families out there. A blended family is one where a couple has kids that came from one of their relationship, not both. It's not their child. It came from a previous relationship. That is a blended family. There are tons of those. There are tons of bonus parents. Y'all call them stepdad and stepmom. I just hate that word. There are tons of bonus parents. So again, where do we get this social media hype about men don't want women with kids? Most men don't want women with bad kids. Most women don't want men with bad kids. Now, of course, there are some on both sides. There are some women who won't date men with kids. There are some men who won't date women with kids, especially if they're small kids, because they have seen the baby mama daddy issue, and they just don't want to be a part of that. Because very rarely, and this again speaks to us, very rarely have they ever seen successful co-parenting. See, if they've seen successful co-parenting, they will make their decision based off what they see during the initial dating phase. But some of them don't even want to do that because it's not worth it to them, and that's okay. But how about we make informed decisions, because the phrase we love to repeat, and it's true, is I'm not like them. And sometimes we're not, but sometimes we are, and just don't recognize it. But we can't keep letting social media talk trash. I think, again, I ain't got no proof behind this shit. I think that's the reason a lot of men don't want to be in their child's life, because if I have a child and I choose not to tell this woman that I'm dating about my small child because I got baby mama issues, I can lead her astray for a little while. She won't see me as somebody that she would not date because she don't want to have to deal with baby mama drama or the fact that I'm an ain't shit daddy. And if I don't have custody, then she don't have to worry about me and my baby mama having issues. So, because I want to live the good life and save a little money, I'd just rather be an absentee father. There's a lot of that mentality going on. There's a lot of that. I was speaking to one gentleman, and I use the term loosely, who wanted to quote some shit to me from paternity court, which is real court. So I had to give him the definition of reality TV. Reality TV means they don't have a script. That's it. Look at all these women on there who don't know who the baby dad is. Look at all the women on there who do know who the baby dad is. And the baby daddy sit there and vehemently denies it over and over and over again. The accused baby daddy will swear that the mother was a hoe, was this, was that. Let's just say this is true, just for argument's sake. If you know she a hoe, why you raw dog on her? Who is that on? Who is that on? But I'd rather not take any blame for my actions. Damn, it's a little bug in here. Get this little bounce, won't do nothing else. But I'd rather blame her. I know she's sleeping around with half the neighborhood, but I'm gonna still go up in there raw. But we don't discuss that. The woman who come on there and say one man, and who steadily says it ain't him, and he brings his fiance, girlfriend, some dumb chick who don't know shit. I know my man wouldn't do that. How do you know you wasn't even there? And it's him. But the dude don't want to talk about that. I said, dude, watch it for 3 weeks and then compile the numbers and tell me how many times the woman accused the wrong man. Tell me how many times the woman, and tell me how many times the right man denied it and said that she was sleeping with a bunch of men. Because then, don't that make the man stupid if you know you messing with the woman that's for the streets, but you choose the raw dog anyway? In real life. See, if we get past the social media hype of it all, in real life, doesn't that make the man a little effed up? In real life. But it's much easier to blame the mother. Because you know why? She has evidence of having a baby. It's easy to blame the mother. You know why? Because she's going to do what she has to do to feed her kids. Whereas Papa get to go live his best life and swear he don't know nothing about the kids. But sometimes you don't know they stupid, Antoinette, until you get to know them, because we have learned the art of being exceptional liars when it comes to us getting what we want out of life. I can say that I don't have kids. And in theory, there's no real way for you to prove that I do, unless you truly know me. For women, it's kind of easy to tell if they have kids or have had kids. But when a dude wants to explain real life to me, and I can sit there and show him, say, oh, well, she's a real dude. Look it up. She ain't even a real judge. Dude, as a matter of fact, why don't you go to a courthouse and watch paternity court? Watch them do this in family court. There is no whole big spiel about this. DNA test, You either is or you ain't the daddy. Nobody cares about the backstory in real court. You're talking to a deputy who worked in a court system. But because TV says, oh, these are real cases, read the fine print. They're settling for this. They're going to do this. They're going to get some money, yada, yada, yada. There's no court that establishes paternity that doesn't talk about visitation or even child support. So, dude, how dumb can you be? But his whole thing was to blame women for everything. Let's not assign anything to men. Nothing. Let's just assign it to women. I mean, if that's the case, why not take Maury at face value? Why not take Jerry Springer at face value? They got all these women on there. They're going through 9, 10 men. They don't know who the dad is. She done named 7 men. Do you really believe this? And I tried to tell him, dude, some of the people who are on these shows, I have done modeling gigs with. They're actors, because most models want to be actors too. It's the whole, whatever thing. They give them some basic things to know, and it's like Law and Order. Some of the facts may be legit, but if you watch Paternity Court, if you watch most of these court shows, do you ever notice that very few people curse? How many women will sit there, even in a court of law, and have their character constantly challenged and just sit there and say, see, judge, that's what I'm talking about. He has no respect for me. I guarantee you, I've been in court. That ain't the way it happens. But an actor doesn't lose their composure because it ain't nothing personal, because they're playing a role. But when you challenge a woman, a real woman, about her own situation, I guarantee you her mouth is not so politically correct. She will talk shit. She will call you out your name. She might even say something about your mama. Because black women are notorious for saying your mama's a hoe. You don't never hear this in court. Never ever wonder why. I'm sorry, you don't ever hear this on reality TV. I guarantee it's been said in courtrooms and the judge had hit that gavel and called for order and admonished one party or the other party. And we can't blame this on Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels is kind of like Uncle Tom's Cabin. We have turned it into something it's not. We, black people, we'll call a black person who is off his rocker, oh, you old Uncle Tom. Man. Uncle Tom is a good thing if you read the book. If you follow Kevin Samuels, and I had to go back in his history, the Kevin Samuels syndrome should actually be a good thing. Kevin Samuels preached family. He preached family. Kevin Samuels was hard on black men, but we're not equipped for that. So when Kevin Samuels was hard on black men, and go to the beginning when he started, black men stopped calling in because he was hard on us for not being gainfully employed. He was hard on us for being gainfully unemployed. He was hard on us for being old and not having a career, for still having jobs or pay by the hour gigs. Kevin Samuels was hard. Kevin Samuels wanted black men and women to be married. He wanted black men to take care of their family. The black men who thought they was going to have a Derrick Jackson didn't like him, so they stopped watching him. Then that left a bunch of women who had overinflated egos, like the men who first started calling Kevin Samuels had. So all he said was step up, be what you want. If you listen to him in totality and not the clips that people love to share. Because Kevin Samuels, if you watch any of his shows, not clips, he didn't start off being disrespectful to anybody. People just kept pushing him, men and women both. So then he just unleashed on them. But yeah, you working at Burger King, you got 4 kids, but you want a basketball player. Where you going to meet this basketball player? You don't have anything to offer the basketball player. What he said, a lot of it made sense. And people took the worst of it because of these clips, and they missed the prelude. They missed They missed the making of the sandwich. They just jumped in after the first bite, because we should do a better job. Men have to do a better job of being prepared if we want to be the king of the house, the king of the castle, the head of household. We have to do a better job of having something to offer, which is what Kevin Samuel said. But we don't want to do that. Kevin Samuel said that men should not be going 50-50 on relationships, but nobody ever plays those clips. But Kevin Samuel did not believe in 50-50. He was adamant about it, that you can't be the head of the house, the king of the castle, demand submission if y'all are 50-50. Both of y'all wearing the same pair of pants, player. I ain't knocking no dude that want 50-50, because there are some women who want 50-50. And they should date each other. That's it. They should date each other. For the people who don't want it, it's so easy to dismiss them people. Why even go with somebody who wants 50-50 if that ain't what your life is about? Don't do it. Life is kind of simple. But we push forward because our loins, or we want to prove somebody wrong or whatever. We don't have a well thought out plan. Shit, with no well thought out plan, we just ad-libbing it. Gives us a chance to be irresponsible. Give us a chance to be unaccountable. Gives us a chance to blame somebody else. So when we having conversations, and I like facts, I like Google, there ain't many things that you can't Google while people are talking. And ask them where they got the information from. Oh, you need to do it yourself. Well, I've done it, and I still can't come with you. Go, I'm not going to do it for you. Then why quote it? See, when I tell people about the law, I quote it. I'll cut and paste and share it with them. Argue with the facts. I think it's disingenuous when people say, I ain't going to do the research for you. Well, if you've already done it, why not share it? You're sharing this dumbass opinion. You should have something to back it up. See, there are things that I know are my opinion. I can't back them up with any factual data other than it's what I believe. There are other things that I don't like, but the facts say they're still true. It's still real, whether I like it or not. I can show those. I can show, factually speaking, that less than 15% of men are over 6 feet tall. Less than 4%, 5% are 6'2" or taller. So, remember I did that questionnaire about 20% of men dating 80% of women? See, them 6-footers wouldn't even fall into there. Ain't enough of them. So, if all these dudes believe that these men are over 6 feet getting all the play, that would mean 14.5% of the world's population is dating 80% of the women. We don't see in our circles a bunch of women dating guys who are super tall. So we can automatically dismiss that one. I don't give a shit about a poll. I don't give a shit about statistics. The facts are there. So we can see these things. We can apply them to real life as opposed to making up stats that don't exist and coming up with research that can't be found to prove a point that is illogical. Find somebody who likes what you like and you like them. It sucks, but it may not be your first choice. But hey, that's life. A lot of times our first choice ain't what we stick with. No way. Think of who we dated at 18 or 19 and how many of us still with that guy. Especially those y'all who start dating at 15 or 16. Your first choice is what it is. It is what it is. But maybe if you find somebody who has something in common with you and you get to know them and let them know you, maybe that will work. Then you don't have to keep hating on the opposite sex or falsely misidentifying the fact that you're not a great catch and they just don't want you. And this for also men and women. Money ain't everything. Looks ain't everything. Big booties ain't everything. Being able to fix a car ain't everything. Nothing is everything to everybody. Find out what fellas, find out what the woman wants. Women find out what the fellas want. And then find somebody who wants what you bring to the table and that you also like what they bring to the table. Then it makes it kind of simple, don't it? Makes life really simple. Because then you don't have all these issues about trying to get something. You want this Ferrari. You want this Ferrari so bad. You save up money and get it. Now you got you a Ferrari. And you forgot about the maintenance. You forgot how much it costs to get this tuned. You forgot how much these light bulbs gonna cost. You forgot how low they are to the ground, how you just keep damaging the chassis. But you got what you asked for. It don't mean Ferrari's a shitty car. It just means a great car got a shitty owner who didn't do the research. That's how a lot of us treat relationships. We get what's pretty, we get what we like, but we haven't done the research to it. So we blame the car. We blame the woman. We blame the man when they are who they are. And most of the time they told us, a lot of times they showed us, but we thought we could change them. The man think he could change the woman by flashing his money and promising all things that he could buy her and do for her. The woman promised acts of sex and porn star stuff. Still ain't gonna make him stay. Fellas, it's gonna make her spend your money. Women, it's gonna make him use your body. If that's even exchange for you, hey, go forth and sin no more. But quit blaming them. Because in real life, the problem is you. In real life, it ain't nobody else. Derrick Jackson was a comical dude. In real life, how many relationships did he actually break up? If a woman left you because of something Derrick Jackson said, if a woman left you because of something Kevin Samuel said, if a woman left you because of something Judge Judy said, then it means she wasn't paying you no attention anyway. If a man left you for something one of these experts said, it means they weren't paying attention to you anyway. Because an outsider had way more influence than you did in your own relationship. That should have been your red flag, your full-fledged stop sign. It should have been that. How you missed it? Not my problem. But it was there. And too often, people inbox me and ask me a question. I got no issue with that. Some questions I can't answer because I'm not there. What do you think? I kind of can't tell you that because, again, I am not a part of the relationship. I hear your side, but I don't know all that goes into it. So it is kind of hard for me to say what is legit because I'm only hearing one side. I can't tell you what you should take. I haven't walked a mile in your step. I haven't done any of those things. So for me to be able to say what should and should not be would be disingenuous. Oh, well, what would you do? I don't know. How did you get to this point? How did you get to this point? Without those things, it is hard for me to say. A woman says, hey, this is what my boyfriend does. Should I leave him? I don't know how long has he been doing it. And when he did it before, what did you do? Why is it bothering you now? If you've accepted this behavior, why is it bothering you now? You may have a high tolerance for that. It may be something that you like or told him that you like. That's a question I can't answer in totality for anybody based on should you leave a simple scenario without knowing all sides. Nobody should be able to give you that. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be following up somebody who just said, yeah, leave. Unless it's an act of violence. But again, who am I? There's someone who lives for violence. Doesn't work for me. But I can't tell you that it ain't what some women want to do. Some women know when they reach a point of violence that it's time to leave a relationship. That's an enlightening moment for them. Because to me, they're saying that they don't want to be in a relationship. Other women will excuse it and say, it only happened one time. And this is what I learned from being a cop. For you to get to 3 or 4 times, you got to start with 1. I believe, can't put no facts in this. I'm going to have to get one of my psychologist friends. I believe that people can say things out of anger that they don't mean, or they do mean and they mean to hurt you. I don't believe you can accidentally hit somebody. I don't believe somebody can accidentally hit you. That's just my belief. That's just my belief. So, we're going to take this last break because I think we are almost ready to get out of here. So, we're going to take a break. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back soon as she let me back. How about that?
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
I miss all my friends in school.
Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccine.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Can I get the now bar, please? $1. Have a good one. Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping-19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
Stillman College is an HBCU in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where we prepare students for a different world. Stillman is a college of distinction for last year and this year. Our largest majors are business and biology, followed closely by psychology, criminal justice, and history for the pre-law, communications, English, and religion. Our newest degree programs are in the Department of Computational Sciences, which covers cybersecurity, data analytics, and math. The Biomedical Academy prepares students for competitive entry into health professions and graduate programs. We have established summer biomedical research internships with major research institutions, such as the University of Alabama, Drexel and Temple Universities in Philadelphia, the Salk Institute in San Diego, California, and the universities of Florida, Indiana, and Iowa. We became creative with social distancing and masks for the pandemic. Our students enjoy movie nights at the stadium and the new Melissa and Davis Legacy Courtyard, where you can eat and enjoy friends. We have the Divine Nine Greek letter organizations, student government leadership, and ambassadors. Our small class sizes, nurturing faculty, and friendly environment let you know that Black Lives Matter at Stillman College each and every day. Applications are free. Sign up at discover.stillman.edu. Complete the contact card and apply today. Stillman College, where we prepare students for a different world.
That music is by my partner, DJ Hobo. Something he learned to do during COVID. So that's my theme music. I'm gonna have to update it. Get me some, I'm doing some poetry. I'm gonna have some spoken word. I might start putting some spoken word in my intros and my comebacks. Get some people to sing for me, something like that. All right. Can you put the flyer for me? I will be at doing an event this weekend. Sunday, the Brothers Point of View at Blue Whiskey Lounge in Stockbridge, Georgia. It's gonna be my friend Chloe is gonna be emceeing it, hosting it. Where she gonna let the brothers talk, and we're gonna have conversations, open and honest about love, intimacy, relationships. Guys, come check us out if you get a chance. Like I said, I want to say it's gonna be about 2 hours long, but it's at Blue Whiskey Lounge in Stockbridge. If you guys want to swing by, and here's some other opinions, because we wanna educate women on the different facets of all men. One of the great things about doing this is that all of us don't agree on things, and women can see that there is nothing that applies to everybody, or even most in a lot of circumstances. There's so many things that are individualistic that men who have means still don't apply the same standards to everybody. Everybody ain't looking for the same thing. There are some men who are not looking to be married, and that's okay. If you're not looking to be married, date a man who ain't looking to be married. If you are looking for a man to be married, to me it is what it is. I can't say I ever looked to be married, but when I found her, I wanted to be married. But I've never dated with the intent to be married. I know men who date with the intent to be married. The owner of my JBN, Roy, always talks about he dates with intent. I'm not knocking it. I just don't do it. I think it sets you up for failure. That's my opinion. You'll have brothers who got different opinions, and the next one will be with women, and then there'll one where it's going to be co-op, because you learn there's so many different facets of this whole human persona, and you can only learn that from listening to people who don't have an agenda to try to pick you up, who don't have an agenda to be simping or getting women into their inbox. And it's crazy. We did one before with Roy, and it's crazy how accurate this was. There was a guy who was with us on the show, and he said his introduction was that he was an alcoholic, he was unemployed, and he didn't have a place to stay. And he said, I guarantee you by the time this show is over, somebody will be in my inbox offering me a chance. And damn, if by 9 o'clock when we got through, he had an inbox that came from a woman who was there at the show saying that, she liked him and she saw potential in him. And I was like, how crazy is this? A man can tell you he's unemployed, without a place to stay, and an alcoholic. And damn, here she came, just like clockwork. I thought that was insane. But men, like women, can wear a cape too, and they want to save people. I ain't knocking it. There's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. But when we get into all these in real life battles, these social media battles, these battle of the sexes, everything should come with a teachable point where there's a solution for how do we stop this? What is the productivity behind me blaming male for everything? What is the productivity if I want to have a good show? If something don't go right, how do I realistically blame male for everything? One, it's a growing process. We're much better than we did our first show together. It's a growing process, kind of like a relationship. So how is it that I don't take no accountability or responsibility. Oh, all I'm supposed to do is just talk on the mic. Mel's supposed to do everything else. Well, if I don't set her up for success, how can she set me up for success? Relationships, whether they're financial, whether they're sexual, whether they're romantic, whatever, they only work if everybody's contributing something to the betterment of it. If it's all one person, guarantee it won't work because everybody's looking to blame one person. And what are they getting out of it? What are they getting out of it? Me and Mel disagree. Go figure. When people say, "Oh, I ain't never argue with my significant other. We never." Y'all gotta be shitting me. So everything one of y'all say, the other one just start licking up and be like, yeah, right. That to me is insane. One of y'all ain't got your own mind. If you ask me, maybe it happens in life. I don't know. I don't know how you get around it. I disagreed, argued with people that had no bearing on anything in my life because some of these just come from being passionate about certain things. There's certain things that when I talk to Mel, I know she's passionate about. Her voice and her whole dialect will change. It ain't toward me. It's because she is passionate about the subject. There is nothing that your significant other talked to you about that you were passionate about and could disagree and have a back and forth. Y'all ain't got to come to blows, but y'all ain't got to agree. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. I understand. They raise their voice on. So how do you even get with a person who doesn't inspire you to speak your own mind, to be passionate? Be like, hell nah, you lost your mind on that one. There are respectful ways to disagree. There are respectful ways to do all of this, but yeah, whatever. Live your life. Live your life. Can I sing? Uh-oh. They'll say I don't know her. That's right. She like, see, she called me the N-words. I know how I feel about that. I'm gonna let her slide. Let me give her a little sad face right quick. How do I do this? Let me give her the crying face. See, she be trying to fight me, but luckily she way over there, and I'm taller than her to beat down. So, but anyway, when we're doing this, the object is always to how do we make this situation better? How do we get out of this same old rigmarole where all we're doing is looking to blame each other and get nothing done? And get nothing done. Me and Mel done worked on certain things. We see what work, what don't work. Bam. It's a much smoother show. Y'all wouldn't notice it because y'all probably just wouldn't notice it. But this comes from working together. Nothing is her fault. Nothing is my fault. There are things where we just don't connect on. There's a communication issue. It comes from both of our sides. Maybe I didn't speak clearly enough. Maybe she was multitasking to hear everything I said. It's a combination. It cannot just be one person. And if I compliment her, it ain't because I'm simping. It ain't because I want to hit my inbox. We just got to learn how to talk and understand that conversation is conversation. There ain't something that everybody wants that's sexual out of conversation. And fellas, ladies, if you ain't getting what you want, maybe you should just move on to somebody who wants what you have to give. That you want to. But make sure they have something that you want. That you want. When you give them something that they want. Unless you just like being used. Then have two frosted mugs to shut the fuck up. You want to be used for your body, you got used for your body. You got what you wanted, they got what you wanted. Go on. Go on. You want to be used for your money, they use for your money. Go on. Go on. Stop crying and complaining when you set yourself up for failure. All right, so we're gonna, it's almost that time. I'm gonna get my parting shot. I want to say again, rest in peace, Tina Turner. It's funny, we were trying to think of some songs she sang, and all we could come up with was, we got two, What's Love Got to Do With It? And Mel said Proud Mary. I couldn't even tell you 3 words to Proud Mary. And hell, I know my mom used to listen to Tina Turner, but I couldn't tell you not a damn song. I guess I ain't that old. But she will be missed. I don't know about who. My heart ain't doing all them things. My world ain't gonna shut down. It ain't never threatened to shut down because some celebrity died. I just can't take this no more. What is next? What's next? You know, hopefully Jamie Foxx is well. But let's stop acting like people don't get old and pass. This is just crazy. It's just crazy. It happens in life. All right, so it's the 24th. I thank y'all again for spending time with me, except for Mel, who threatened me again. Trina started off threatening me. Mel ended the show with threatening me. I don't know why I got to be threatened on such a regular basis. I need to call my attorney. I think I'm in a hostile work environment. I think that's what this is. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be back in, what is it, 6 days and 22 hours and some change. So until next week, y'all know what it is, right? Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease, and we out.